My old adversaries, Lillee Jean and Lord Trueman. For those who don't know, I've had quite the history with this piece of garbage and her ghetto mother. And I'm not the only one. There are plenty of other YouTubers who have had their run-ins with them, big and small. Tatiana, Kalimara, Renu, The Butterholt, Untropolis, Oddity Illustrates, Critical Mass, Curtis Price, Cleor, Primink, and many others who have either been harassed constantly, had their information doxed, lost their videos, or sadly lost their platforms because of this sensitive waste of air and space.
Stan, stop it!
He called me crazy! Nobody criticizes me! Nobody!
And after watching a ton of people talk about her again, I decided that I would like to revisit my experience with Lillee and her mother, since I can do something that the two simply can't, reflect on my actions and grow as a person. I would also like to thank I Am Codex and Meg's Crime Watch for including me in their videos talking about Lillee Jean. Give them as much love and support as you possibly can. Give them more subscribers. They absolutely deserve it. Also, I recommend you check out this article that talks about Lillee and Laur and calls them out for being the fraudulent scumbag pieces of garbage that they are. And just a little heads up, this video is probably going to be one of my more ill-tempered videos. I'm not going to get shouty and scream into the microphone like Gaming Magic 13.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop your fucking lying.
Now, I'll try to compose myself, but when it comes to these two pieces of shit, the gloves are coming off because I'm not pulling my punches anymore. They had every single opportunity to become better people, and they squandered each and every single one of those opportunities. So let's not waste any time. Let's talk about my experience with Lillee Jean and Lord Trueman.
We're going way back to before the beginning.
Okay, so exactly 3 years ago, Kalimara released a video critiquing Lillee Jean's artwork and giving her some basic tips. It's a transformative video that takes the original copyrighted material and transforms it into something different. Now, anybody will say that this video falls under fair use. Not according to Lillee Jean and her mother, as they struck the video down for alleged copyright infringement. Now, before we talk about my role in the story, I want to talk about their thoughts on copyright infringement and fair use. You see, Lillee and Laur's mindset is that in order for a video to be considered fair use, you need to ask permission from the copyright holder to use their material in your work.
It's not at all correct.
But the thing is, she truly believes that's what fair use is. She not only said it multiple times in one of her videos, as shown by the Butterholt.
With these basics in mind, let's jump into a few particular claims Lillee Jean made about copyright and fair use in her February Q&A 2021 YouTube video.
You use my face, I own my face. You use a photo with my trademark, I own that. YouTube rules state creators should only upload videos they are authorized to use. And all of my videos say at the bottom, you can if you contact me and I give you permission. When the insurrection happened on the Capitol January 6th, they had to ask people from Twitter, can I use this? Can you sign a form? Can I put this on TV? It's fair use now because it's authorized and being used for educational purposes.
Wrong, so wrong, Lillee Jean, so wrong. Wrong, so wrong, Lillee Jean, so wrong.
If you look up copyright law and educate yourself nonetheless, fair use only goes so far. You must always ask somebody, can I use your face? Can I use this video? Can I use this because XYZ?
Boy, if you don't get...
But when it came to this brawl between the two of us, she actively said it in a comment on Mr. Sen's video, which we will get to soon enough. So to make it clear for anyone whose IQ matches that of Honey Boo Boo and Porky Pig, Fair use is when you take copyrighted material and you use it for a review, satire, parody, criticism, news reporting, etc. You guys know the deal by now. And if your video matches any of the criteria, you don't need to ask permission from the copyright holder to use their work. Don't listen to what these two fucking idiots have to say because they don't know what they're talking about. Okay, I'm sorry for that rant. Let's get on to the main story. So after I saw that Callie's video got taken down, I chatted with her to see if this was actually true, and it was. So in response, I tried to reach out to Lillee on Instagram by sending her a message that said that striking Callie's video was wrong, and I could easily make fun of you if I wanted to show her that Callie making fun of her is not as bad as she thinks. I was a savage back in the day. So after she didn't respond, I got to work on my video, and it was called Lillee Jean Must Be Stopped. I sadly don't have the video on my person because it was 3 years ago, but if I remember correctly, the video's format is the same format I use to this day. You see my PNG in the foreground, the galaxy is in the background, I use a couple of clips of Callie's video in my own video, and I made fun of Lillee throughout the video, and this pissed her off enough to the point where she got the video taken down.
Saw it coming.
And the content she claimed I used in my video was called Digital Christmas Drawing by Lillee Jean.
You fucking with me, right?
Seriously, you can't make this shit up, and this was already bad considering I already got a fraudulent copyright strike from Warner Brothers. What was the video in question? Well, you guys remember back in 2021 where a bunch of people attacked the Capitol building? Well, here's the video that got struck down.
Totally insane.
They pushed me out and maced me.
Yep, that's the video that resulted in my first copyright strike ever. A 10-second clip using an intro that plenty of other YouTubers have used on their channel, and they're still up to this day. Why did they attack me? I don't fucking know, because they can, I guess. It's pretty obvious that companies will abuse the copyright system to strike down videos that they don't like.
Not looking at anyone in particular.
And here's something I want to show you. When I first uploaded my video to this account, Lillee or Laur made a comment on my video saying that the first strike was from someone else and I shouldn't use Lillee Jean as a scapegoat.
Wait, hold up, pimp.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you not file 2 copyright takedowns on my old account?
Mm-hmm.
Did you not file a copyright takedown on this account?
Mm-hmm.
And did you not try to file a second copyright takedown on this same account?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Even if you want to say the first strike was from someone else, that still didn't stop you from filing multiple fraudulent strikes on both of my accounts. Again, it's not just me. You have a track record of filing multiple fraudulent copyright strikes on a ton of YouTubers' channels, and you're still doing it to this day.
Hello average Twitter users. Today we're going to be attempting something never done before. I know you guys might think this is crazy, but we are outside. This is where you go if you walk out your house, right? And today we're going to be doing something none of you have ever done before. So watch this and learn.
As for the second part of the comment, she says that I've threatened a woman through our email conversations in an era of Me Too, which makes me the harasser.
You serious?
First of all, that's not even true. I didn't threaten you, but I was harsh towards you. And I'll talk about our email conversations later. And second of all, isn't it completely ironic that this is the person talking about how I'm the aggressor when these guys have a track record of constantly harassing, doxing, being racist, being transphobic, threatening people, wishing someone would die of COVID, bullying, and being absolute pieces of shit to everybody who criticizes them? And you have the fucking nerve to accuse me of being the harasser after all the horrible shit that you guys have done?
Go fuck yourself.
Anyway, before I get too pissy, let's get back on track. After my first video got taken down, she hits me with a DM saying that I made petty threats in the video, which I didn't. I said people would send you hate mail because of what you're doing. She also said that me saying, trust me, I could roast you much harder and think about what you're doing is extortion, which is so fucking stupid.
You're a fucking idiot.
And she also didn't like that I wrote, see you next Tuesday on her forehead, which I put in my thumbnail at the time. I can see how that's juvenile, but at the same time, it's like, you are a see you next Tuesday. Look at all the horrible stuff you've done. You are a total see you next Tuesday.
But, like, she's being a f***ing cunt. There's just no way around it.
I sent a couple more texts acknowledging that yeah, my video was harsh, but still it's justified since you're a horrible piece of shit that abuses the copyright system, lied about your fame and fortune, harassed, bullied, and treated everybody like shit. I feel like what really solidified my hatred for Lillee and Laur as much as it did back then was what they did to Tater Tatiana. If you want to find out more about her story, I will link her video in the description since I can't do it much justice in this small segment. But I will say this, because of their constant harassment, she eventually had to quit YouTube because of these Ren and Stimpy motherfuckers.
You idiots! You! Both of you!
I joined a Discord during that time, and there were plenty of other people who were affected by Lillee and Laur's constant harassment, including Antropolis and Renu, and after figuring that out, it strengthened my hatred even more.
I'm so angry!
After a couple of more texts, she shuts down the conversation by saying she doesn't talk to minors. So, that's it. After this interaction, I made a video talking about how she struck down my video, and I want you to bear in mind that I only had 1,000 subscribers at the time, so this supposed celebrity and manager went out of their way to strike down my video that's most likely never going to get the views that Primic makes on a daily basis, all because she was spiteful. Hey, Lillee. You're a bitch. And Laur, right here, buddy. A couple of days later, I reached out to another YouTuber named Mr. Sen who was nice enough to make a video talking about Lillee Jean. And interestingly enough, she actually commented on his video. Not once, but twice.
We're really spoiled today, kids.
He quickly made a video commenting on her comment. I managed to get this screenshot from the Crows of Judgment who talked about this situation, and the comment is filled with nothing but condescending remarks, trying to suck up to Mr. Sen, playing the victim card, claiming we're all the aggressors and not her, saying that I should make my own content.
What? What are you talking about?
I just want you to bear in mind, I had 365 videos before she struck my original channel down. Just wanted to let you know that. And I should stop using her face in my thumbnails. I want you to remember this part of the comment because this will be important for later. And as for her second comment, I really don't have any words, just here's the comment. I'll flash it on screen. So after seeing how fucking atrocious this response was, I made my third video on Lillee Jean titled Lillee Jean's Horrible Response.
However, my friends, Tatiana wasn't the only person Lillee Jean decided to strike. She also did it to a YouTuber called The Christian Show for a video titled Lillee Jean's Horrible Response. And that is a takedown issuer. Right there. Couldn't have thought of a better title myself, to be honest.
It's a video where I just talk about her response. There are no clips in the video that I remember. It's just talking about the comments she left on Mr. Sen's video. And little did I know that the video would immediately get struck down because, get this, her face was featured in the thumbnail.
I have things to say. Many uses of the word what, a pinch of the word the, and just a cosmic boatload of the word fuck. So, no time to waste. What the fuck?
When I got hit with that third and final strike, my channel was getting ready to be terminated, but because of my counter notifications, the termination process was left on hold. During this time, even though Tatiana, Renew, and other people have warned me not to interact with Laur or Lillee, I was incredibly desperate at the time because I didn't want to lose this channel. So I stupidly got into contact with her mother in the hopes that maybe we can work something out, and it was a glorified waste of time because it was nothing but bickering between the two of us. And I actually have proof to back this up. Now, I'm going to show these email conversations, but I won't just show her emails, I'll also show mine too. Because looking back at these emails, I can acknowledge that I was also in the wrong here. Also, just a heads up, these emails might get a little bit spicy from my end. I'll block out private information, and I will give some comments and background info to some of the stuff she says. Let's go.
Round 1, fight!
Our conversation started when I thought that Lillee Jean was emailing me when she was actually talking to YouTube, and it all went like this. Please be advised that Lillee Jean was not contacting you. She put you on a thread going to YouTube. If you can't take that, what can you take? You put out videos attempting to defame her.
Here we go.
This is one of the common things that Laur loves to accuse people who criticize Oscar the Grouch. She's always saying that we're making statements and claims without any shred of evidence, we're liars, or we're attempting to defame the great Lillee Jean Trueman, even though the bitch isn't famous to begin with. Damn! You then put in fake addresses on a counterclaim. I'll talk about this later. We know, we tried to serve you and the process server has a sworn affidavit confirming you do not live in New York, nor Brooklyn, nor at the address you put down, which is private information I will not be sharing. Please know that we're going to subpoena YouTube so our lawyers can obtain your true name and real address. YouTube is aware, and that, my friend, is why you were on the email.
You're not my friend.
If you don't want to be aware of being sued, I can't help you there. Unfortunately, you need to be on the emails. Block us if you want. Your email will remain since that is legally what needs to be done. You know what doesn't need to be done? You striking down channels in the belief that you think we're infringing upon copyright. That's what doesn't need to be done. The first strike you received on your account in January is not from us, and you know it. You are peddling that your account is taken down all by us. You apparently must have done something wrong for someone else to put in a strike. I already explained who the first strike was from, so let's continue. Deal with it, Christian. You decided to go this route. I have no idea if I'm talking to a minor or a legally aged teenager. What would honestly be the difference? I mean, you would still be harassing me otherwise. I'm conflicted since you had your mother write us too. Now this is true. I told my mother about this situation and she wanted to handle it, and I had to write on her behalf because if she got in full control of this situation, it would have been a motherfucking bloodbath. I'm telling you that right now. You have sent fraudulent information to YouTube and to us. Think about that. Now here's the deal, I only sent them my old address and not my current address at the time because it's a known fact that Madam Mim and Sadie love to dox people. It's a commonly known fact, and before you attack me, they're known to dox people. They did it to Curtis Price, they did it to Primink, they did it to Tatiana. If I gave them my real address at the time, they would have doxed me, so I was pretty much in a lose-lose situation. So I decided to give them my old address and not my new address at the time, so please understand before you make any rash decisions. Here's my response. Let me tell you something, I didn't put down false information. I lived in ... for 7 years. I don't know what gives you the fucking right to talk to me this way. The video is in no way defaming her. It's calling out your daughter for some of the horrible shit she has done. It's not defaming her character if the information is already out there. You ultimately took down my video because you cannot handle criticism. You did the same thing to all of these other YouTube channels. And if you don't want to be criticized, then don't become a public figure. Because once you're a public figure, and if you say stupid shit, people are going to call you out for it. And keep bringing up that you're going to sue me or you have lawyers. Ultimately, I think you're lying on both because I didn't do anything wrong to warrant getting sued. And if you had lawyers, I'm pretty sure they would see how the video falls under fair use and it didn't infringe on copyright. For God's sake, I made a simple video on YouTube. You decided to abuse the copyright system and take it down because it hurt your feelings. That's how pathetic you are. You took down a video that didn't even cross 10,000 views from a channel that doesn't even have 3,000 subs. That's your problem, not mine. And ultimately, I hope you learned that what you did here was a mistake and it's wrong. And hopefully you can learn from it and change, but by the way things are going, I seriously doubt that. Was I wrong? Was I wrong? Was I wrong?
No.
Dear Christian, you were served or attempted to be served. You unfortunately tried on several occasions extort from Lillee Jean. Does she even know what that word means? Because she says it constantly to the point where it literally has no meaning anymore. We have your emails, do not deny it. You even pretended to be your mother where you openly admitted the videos were over the top.
Okay, calm down.
I didn't pretend to be my mother. I talked on her behalf because if she got in full contact with you, she would have fucking destroyed you, like Omni-Man holding Invincible in front of that train that was coming right at them. And when I said my videos were over the top, they were, I will admit. I did roast the Grinch way too hard. But at the same time, you both had it coming because you were doing horrible stuff. And you're still doing horrible stuff to this day.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I love the young people.
Do not lecture me, Christian. I am not interested. We have submitted to YouTube all they require, including service not being made, with a sworn affidavit from the process server. Sharing this email with anyone other than your own legal counsel, of which I can promise you will have to be retained by you, is a break in the confidential clause written below our logo. Well, guess what? That piece of shit logo will not be shown in this video, so you can't sue me. And also prosecutable in our lawsuit. Now, you may be told by the people you consort with that we will never sue you, but sadly, they are all mistaken. It's 2024, and I still haven't been sued by these two.
Back away from the microphone.
It just took time to have YouTube and Twitter submit to our lawyers their names and addresses. See you in court. It's 2024, and I still haven't been sent to court.
Can you stop?
Here's what I had to say. Whatever you say, sweetheart, and I seriously doubt would be... Jesus Christ, my grammar. And I seriously doubt that'll be happening. And I am not wasting any of my time on you. Star safe. Jesus fucking Christ. Stay safe and don't contact me again. Yeah, I know. I just read that and I said star instead of stay. Yeah, I fucked up on that, okay? Even Laur corrected me in her next email. I am not your sweetheart. You are a disrespectful child. It's stay, not star. Yeah, I know. I fucked up.
God, I'm a fucking moron! Jesus, I am such an idiot.
We don't have to contact you, Christian. Our lawyer will, once we have back who you are and where you live. I'm not gonna lie, when she said this, it had me worried for days on end. It had me constantly walking on eggshells. Even though there was a part of me that didn't believe her, there was another part of me that was still worried at the same time. Because this is an intimidation tactic. Oh, don't worry, Christian. We'll get our lawyers to get your information. We'll find out who you are and where you live. It's an intimidation tactic. See, had you come to me and asked me to lift the strikes because you would delete those videos and not do content on Lillee Jean, nor talk about her, I would lift them. I have the power to do that with YouTube, even making your fraudulent claims go away, but you chose to come from a buff place. Now here's the deal, I will talk about what she's referring to after I'm done with this conversation. Email me if you ever wise up. Just think, you'd get your channel back.
Dude, what the fuck?
Okay, I'm not the only one who thinks this is insanely fucked up of her to do, right? She's basically holding my channel hostage unless I do exactly what she wants.
Are you... what? Are you kidding me?
I have nothing to say. Play that clip from Your Movie Sucks again.
Dude, what the fuck? Like, what do I say?
Now, I'm trying to think of a word that best describes this.
Blackmail! Thank you, Cleveland.
Yeah, blackmail. She's blackmailing me. And we're the ones who are the bullies and aggressors, right?
Yes. Really? No!
Picking on Lillee Jean was so worth it though, wasn't it? It's not picking... I'm tired of this. It's not picking on Lillee Jean. It's calling her out for some of the horrible stuff she did. Judging by that logic, Turkey Tom, Nicholas, and some ordinary gamers are picking on Lillee Jean because, oh my god, it's so worth it to pick on this innocent little girl. It's not picking on her. It's calling her out for being a terrible piece of shit. I'm sorry. Again, usage of this email with anyone except your legal counsel is directly forbidden and will be used in any lawsuit against you. Now, I clapped back by saying this. And if you can take the strikes off my channel, then do it then. And then I will never talk about your daughter again. Although I find it kind of weird that you're attacking me despite the fact that there are numerous channels making videos on your daughter that bash her a lot harder than I do. So what do you plan on doing with those channels? Even Creepshow Art.
That one didn't age quite so well.
Because again, I'm not the only person that talked about your daughter, and they bring up claims of her being racist, transphobic, and dating a child groomer. What do you plan on doing with those channels? I brought this up because this was really starting to piss me off, considering those other channels had far bigger view counts than I did. So it's like, why is she attacking me so hard? Simple, I was smaller, she was bigger, and she could easily get away with it. I will only remove those strikes, Christian, once you delete those videos. How do I know you won't upload them? I trust nobody that has instigated themselves into this. I do not and will not share anything I am doing concerning other users. This is about you. Let me know what you wish to do. I am amendable to working with you only under these conditions. Okay, she mentioned the conditions again. Don't worry, I'll talk about them after the conversation is over. This is what I said. Because again, you're going this hard over a channel that doesn't even have 10K. As I said multiple times in this conversation, there are multiple videos talking about your daughter, and their videos aren't taken down. You're really going to the extent of taking a 19-year-old adult to court over false copyright strikes. You know, I find it funny. Your daughter is an anti-bullying advocate, yet you're ultimately bullying me here.
Now that is irony!
Yeah, because that was one of the things that Lillee Jean prided herself on being. She prided herself back then on being an anti-bullying advocate, yet her mother was and is actively being a fucking menace to people like me, Kalimara, Tatiana, Primink, Curtis Price, Steve, Cleor, Piss Baby Cowboy, Renu, Antropolis, and numerous other people I don't have time to mention. Why are you bullying me this hard? Is it because I'm black? Is that the reason? Just admit it. You're racist and you don't like black people. And you're picking and bullying on a black person that doesn't even have 1 million subscribers. Because I guarantee if I had a large audience, you wouldn't be doing half the stuff that you're doing right now.
That one didn't age quite so well.
Wow, this part of the email is outdated. Because Primink just revealed a couple of days ago that Shrek and her baby are still harassing him. I guess it doesn't matter how many subscribers you have. Here's what she had to say. I do not sit here negotiating with someone on other people. You've been given the opportunity by me to lift the strikes, which are totally legal. You deserve them.
Are you fucking joking me?
Again, I want to show you the strikes that I got from Psycho Bitch and Lunatic. These are the strikes they put on my old channel, and you just heard it from her. They are legal and I deserve them.
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut!
I got nothing to say. It just speaks for itself. You are saying that you are the representative of this entire group, which means, Christian, you've been here for the last 18 months. Bingo!
Bingo! Bingo!
Bingo!
No, I haven't. I'm not in charge of what other YouTubers upload, especially when they're talking about you. And at first I thought she was referring to the Discord, but no, she's talking about the YouTube videos that have been popping up. And here's the thing, I only found out about you when you took down Callie's video, which was what, in January? So I've known you two for way shorter than what you're implying. I swear. It's honestly laughable that this fucking retard thinks she knows what she's talking about when it's obvious that she's 100% incorrect.
If she was really smart, she would understand that she's being a bitch right now.
See you in court, since you seem to think I'm going to continue to play this little game. Considering you're still doxing and striking people today, I guess you will continue playing that little game. Will you? Please believe me when I tell you that not if, but when I see you posting these emails, this will be added to our lawsuit against you. Again, I showed these emails multiple times on my Twitter and YouTube, and they still haven't struck me with a lawsuit, so...
Shut the fuck up!
Here's what I said. I'm not doing jack shit in court, because I know you don't have a lawyer. Keep threatening me all you want, and eventually somebody's going to pick up on this and they're going to reveal you for the scum that you are. And stop making up all these lies that I've never done. I never infringed on copyright, I didn't threaten your daughter, and I'm not a retard that you can just push over, intimidate, and manipulate. Because that's just what the conversation was. Her gaslighting me, manipulating me, and trying to intimidate me. I'm not going to continue this conversation with you because it's obvious that you only want to listen to what you want to hear. You're not an adult, you're a child, you and your daughter. Because at the end of the day, you don't know what fair use is. You are racist, you're transphobic, you support child grooming, and ultimately you're the type of person I would never want to interact with ever again. And because of you constantly bullying me, you've actually made me contemplate on committing suicide because of you taking down my videos. It made me think I was going to lose my channel that I put 6 years into. You made me contemplate on committing suicide. I hope you're proud of yourself, you and your daughter, but ultimately you won't care because you only care about your little image. Have fun with the bots. Now for this part of the email, I want to give you a little bit of information for what led me to say that. During this time, mentally speaking, I wasn't well. I was already dealing with too much shit in my personal life, so the introduction of Lillee and Laur striking down my videos and putting my whole channel in jeopardy, it really steered my mind into a dark place like it did with Tatiana, where yes, I was actually having thoughts because of this. And after she successfully took down my YouTube channel, I almost fucking went through with it, but luckily I didn't. Yeah, throughout this video, you're going to see moments of me being incredibly vulnerable, but I want you to focus on this next part of the email. Assumptions tend to bite people where it hurts. I guess, Christian, you will find out. We have already submitted to YouTube the affidavit of our process server. This is proof enough for them. Let's face it, Christian, you aren't smart enough to have written all of this, as well as fight with a phony counterclaim. We get that someone in your group, perhaps an older mentor, dare we say, has taken to directing you on what to write here.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
This is what I had to deal with back then. Nothing but condescending remarks one after another. But at the same time, I really wasn't helping my case because I was aggressive too. But I was 19 back then. This woman was way older than me. It's like, be a fucking adult for once in your life. What the fuck are you doing?
What the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
You created a fake address, put that fraudulent information into a YouTube complaint counterclaim form. Again, if I gave you my real address at the time, you would have doxed me, you Ninja Turtle looking bitch. Your idea of trying to get things to work your way by extortion, stamping your feet, and yelling is not something we will buckle under.
Now that is irony.
Ironic, very ironic, considering you guys tend to do that all the time. Stomp your feet and say how you guys are being bullied and harassed in order to get videos you don't like taken down.
When my video came out 4 years ago, ever since that day, Lillee and her mother has been spamming my channel with copyright notices. So these emails would start out quite normal. They would contact YouTube and they would tell YouTube, hey, Primik is stealing my content, take this video down now. And then YouTube was like, no, fair use, he's fine. But over the years, as their claims got rejected over and over, I think something began to snap with them because the emails started to get more and more unhinged. The first taste of this unhinged behavior came in their 5th notice when they tried to use the ugly mermaid drawing, tried to use that one image to get the whole entire video removed. YouTube obviously declined it, and then they respond with, this video has created harm, terrorized a young girl who was 16 at the time and is exploiting a minor. I suggest you remove my client's content immediately. We will be proceeding with legal action for negligence.
And, you know, the thing that stings most about this is because I was genuinely trying to be helpful in giving art tips and like constructive criticism in that video. Like, I'm not poking fun. Well, I was a little bit, but it's like harmless jokes and stuff. The funny thing about all of this is that that video wasn't even meant specifically about Lillee. It was first and foremost an art tips video that was meant for anyone who might be struggling with certain things that they're drawing. I just happened to use Lillee Jean as a case study because she's infamously known to be a self-proclaimed master artist.
I don't know what more they want from me. At this point, I am so convinced that this copyright strike was strictly out of malicious intent, and because I'm no longer on Twitter for the time being, they probably just want to see my channel getting taken down, and it's getting so ridiculous.
Lillee Jean's mom, Laur Trueman, has threatened me with a lawsuit if I were to upload this video onto my platform today, whenever it is that this video's filmed.
The content is from, and then she posts the 20 seconds of content in this defamatory video. Now, this is where it stops being a copyright claim situation and starts being like a defamation case. Like, in this whole email, it seems like she can't really stick with what she wants to accuse me of. So it's like she stole copyrighted content, aka a picture of me from the Met Gala that I posted on my Instagram account, but also the video is defamatory. So like, what are we focusing on here, Lillee Jean? What are we focusing on?
In February 2024, when I hadn't touched this channel in almost 2 full years, Lillee Jean was sending emails to YouTube that made absolutely wild claims about my past videos. This is an email Lillee Jean sent to YouTube regarding my very first video on this channel called Lillee Jean, Let's Talk About Racism. Now just know I'm going to quote this verbatim, so please excuse any like weird grammar. I want to remind everyone that Lillee Jean has been repeatedly trying to get my videos removed since 2020. It is now 2024, and she has not let up. So in this email to YouTube, she accused me of using an entire video of hers, which just isn't true. The video she's referencing remains on YouTube, and you can go see it for yourself. In fact, I remember stressing out when I made that video and like literally counting how many seconds of each clip I had used, specifically because I didn't want anyone to have a valid copyright claim against me. She then claimed that my video had caused stalking, aggravated harassment, and anti-Semitic crimes. That is a very dangerous thing to accuse someone of, and those are very serious crimes.
So yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else there is to say. Lillee Jean took down my video, and honestly, I'm kind of mad because the video is kind of popping off, but I'm even more mad because, you know, I thought I was safe. I used none of her content, no pictures of her, no videos that are hers in my video. The images that I use are completely unrelated to her and are used for illustration purposes, you know.
YouTube pretty much originally was like, no. They didn't do it, they didn't process it, and then Lillee responds, the title work used is Lillee Birthday Livestream that was used without my permission. Yes, I couldn't get your permission. You don't answer anything. I could have tried to get your permission, but why would it? No.
Where did you learn that first line, jack shit? Sounds like someone wrote the last few emails other than you begging and your mom email for you. Jesus, reading these emails from this woman is like reading from somebody who's having a seizure. Like, what the fuck? I already explained this. I had to sign on her behalf because she would have fucking destroyed you if she got in full control of the conversation.
So be it.
The strikes will remain, and we will, when you use content that is not your own, which is copyrighted pertaining to our client Lillee Jean, strike any new account you create.
Dude, what the fuck? Like, what do I say?
YouTube, I think this should be good enough proof that you should get this twat off of your platform. She just openly admitted that she's willing to strike down any new account that I create if I talk about them. If that's not an intimidation tactic, I don't know what is. And if that is not concrete enough proof that she's using your tools to strike down any video that criticizes them and they're all clearly in bad faith, I don't have any words at this point. I really don't. I'm pretty sure that once you are suspended from YouTube, creating a new account is pretty much not allowed, but I will have to find that out. Yeah, here's the thing, sweetheart. YouTube doesn't really enforce its rules that well. It's run by a bunch of fucking robots. That's it, Christian. I have no time for your childish games. In fact, you are lucky I gave you this much time on email. This has been a confidential correspondence between us. When it goes online because you cannot be trusted to do the right thing, we will add this to our list of complaints in our lawsuit. So let me get this straight. Your idea of me doing the right thing is bowing down to you, silencing my freedom of speech, and basically doing whatever you want to make you happy because your egos got hurt.
Hey! Fuck you!
Also, remember when I told you that I was suicidal during this time? Yeah, I told Laur that and noticed how throughout this part of the email, she didn't make a single response to that. She continued to indulge in her own stupid bullshit. She didn't stop to think what she was doing was wrong. She just continued to act like a fucking selfish, self-entitled piece of shit.
You are a but if that's thinking said and true, let me tell you, you're motherfucking you are a motherfucking everybody knows from your head to your toes, you're a big fat stinking.
And this makes it even worse considering in my second video on this channel, I brought up how there was a 15-year-old named Piss Baby Cowboy who made multiple videos on Lillee and Laur until their channel got taken down, and when all of this was transpiring, Lillee and Laur decided to harass them. And in one of their tweets, they stated how they were having a mental breakdown and dealing with these two trollish ogres reminded them of dealing with their own family members.
Fucking assholes.
Listen, I want you to just imagine if Piss Baby Cowboy was in my position, dealing with stuff at home, doesn't have the best relationship with their family members, and then you throw in a bunch of nobodies that are harassing you on top of that. I have a gut feeling they would have unalived themselves, and it leaves me to wonder, how would Lillee and Laur respond to that? I bet they would be fucking celebrating and cheering like, oh yeah, we just got a troll to fucking kill themselves. Oh yeah, that's score one for Lillee Jean and Laur. This really goes to show that these people don't have souls. They're a bunch of sociopathic monsters.
What a sadistic piece of shit.
Anyway, here's what I said. Whatever you say, you racist, child grooming supporting, transphobic, copyright striking, fake ass lawyer having cow. Even she used a laughing face emoji. Laughing face emoji. I'm sorry, Christian, but also calling me ridiculous names, that do not apply because you're a frustrated child who knows you have given fraudulent information to YouTube, as well as promoting hatred, putting Lillee Jean in danger. Again, if I gave you my real address at the time, you would have doxed me. Also, I want to hold on. Guys, which one sounds more dangerous-inducing? Making a bunch of stupid, silly videos that people are most likely not going to see because it's fucking YouTube and I barely have any presence on this platform to begin with? Or putting out private information on the internet, like, I don't know, someone's fucking address that they don't want to be put out there? Which one sounds worse? I'll leave that up to you. It's just not even something I need to continue with. All the best to you. Can't wait to see your new channel. Listen here, Cow, even if I could take the videos down of me talking about your daughter so you guys can get the fuck out of my life, I ultimately can't because of the strikes on my account. Yeah, believe it or not, when I tried to take down some of the videos on my old account, it flat out wouldn't let me. So even if I wanted to kiss their feet and do what they want, I ultimately couldn't do it. I could have easily taken these videos down if you would have emailed me before, but you decided to go for the route and decided to just file a copyright strike. So ultimately, your words mean nothing to me.
I can't hear you.
Because believe it or not, She-Hulk, when you file a fraudulent copyright strike on YouTube, everybody almost universally agrees that's a pussy move. If you do that to a video that is well within fair use, you are going to be laughed out of this community ASAP, and people will call you out for being the pussycat that you are. Here's her response. Getting a little tense, my little friend. All of this will be put in our lawsuit, of which you're making yourself quite prominent in. Cow, you're spending way too much time on a black website, dear boy. I do hope you don't do anything defaming on your Twitter. Oh, don't worry, we'll talk about my Twitter tweets later because that's a whole nother can of worms that I think did not age well. All the best. Here's what I said. Don't talk to me like that, and stop responding back. You're not going to get the last word. Because it felt like she was just continuing to talk so she could get the last word and one-up me. You are a child. You've called me a bunch of names, and then you think you deserve respect. I don't want your fucking respect, because just like your daughter's career, it's meaningless. I am done. I do not talk to children. I assumed you are a minor, and you are proving my point. Out of the two of us, you're the biggest child here, considering you're still attacking people to this very day. At least I stopped talking about you and left your ass in the past. You're still harassing other people. So who's really the child here, Laur? Me or you? Perhaps you can get your mom to write me another email. I'm telling you, Laur, you don't want that. If my mom wrote an email to you, she will crush your fucking skull. All the luck, this is the last time I will respond, Christian. You made up your mind. You are an extremely disrespectful, violent child. Disrespectful? Yeah. Violent? Not as much. Here's what I said. Stop lying. I'm not violent, I'm not a child, and I'm only disrespectful to people that are disrespectful to me and my friends. Why should I give you any respect when you don't respect me as a human being? I think I have answered all your questions, young man. Have yourself a great weekend. See you in court. And that's our conversation. Now, I said I would show you this agreement that Laur mentioned in the email. And here it is, the agreement that basically says delete the videos talking about Lillee, delete the tweets talking about Lillee and her, screenshot the proof that I deleted them, keep everything about this agreement private, shut your fucking face, don't talk about Lillee anymore, and maybe your channel will be restored.
Condolences, brother. But as King Richard Figures once quoth, man, she's a bitch.
This is the moment where I realized that I was dealing with my own Derek Savage. You guys remember Derek Savage, right? The guy who filed a fraudulent takedown on I Hate Everything's YouTube channel and practically threatened him in emails to take down the videos talking about him and Cool Cat because he claims that he was the one who was in the wrong?
Do you know why I started with that line there about apologizing? Well, over the past couple of days, I have been bullied, harassed, and threatened by Derek Savage through emails. And as a result, I removed the update videos because I wasn't sure what crazy thing he might do next.
I sent him an email, a nice email, just about three or 4 days ago, saying, let's end this crap. Just give me a little apology, take down those videos. I'm a happy camper. I would not do any further legal actions against you.
You're demanding that I Hate Everything removes all of his Cool Cat videos and issues a public apology to you in exchange for not pursuing legal action against him? Derek, you are the one who is legally obligated to remove your claim from his and the other reviewers' videos.
Yeah, I was dealing with my own Derek Savage, except flip the genders and split them into two. Also add a dash of Susie Liu because she follows the same mentality as Lillee and Laur when it comes to showing her face in thumbnails and using her videos without permission. And I know I'm getting a little bit sidetracked talking about this, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. So, when I released my fourth and final video talking about how YouTube and Lillee Jean fucked me over, I may have teased and made fun of Susie Liu's giant head, and when I went to Twitter after I uploaded this video, she blocked me.
That's what you get.
I can't. That's funny. What? That's funny.
Now, call me a conspiracy theory nut, but I actually know why this happened. Lillee and Laur probably went to Susie after watching my fourth and final video talking about them and warned Susie saying, "Oh, he's a black man who harasses me and my daughter, you should steer clear," and then she blocked me on Twitter taking their word for it. What a fucking pussy. Okay, I am way off topic. So obviously I said fuck off to these terms, and because I had a gut feeling that I knew my old channel would have been taken down, I made a new channel, aka this one. And I started talking about Lillee Jean and Laur's terrible behaviors throughout 3 videos. The first video, Lillee Jean is terrible and here's proof, is a compilation piece showing evidence to all of the claims that many people have made against Lillee Jean and her mother, which unsurprisingly got taken down via copyright strike, but luckily I was able to get it put back up.
Suck on that!
The second video was talking about Laur stalking me on Twitter, and if you want to see her aggressive and stupid tweets back then, I managed to get these screenshots from Tater Tatiana. Big thanks to her for that. And don't worry, I'll talk about my tweets too. The third video is another compilation piece showing you the truth of who Lillee Jean and Lord Trueman truly are. And the fourth video is more of a venting video, as when my channel got taken down on April 6th, this video is basically me venting my frustrations, and I won't lie, this video is probably me at my most vulnerable moment, as I continue to talk about my thoughts because of this situation. I briefly talked about it in the second video, but for this video, I went all out. And if you want to watch it, it's unlisted, and I don't plan on putting it back up because it's way too private to show. And speaking of my channel termination, I got 2 conflicting reasons as to why my channel got taken down. The first one was that I was sending abusive legal requests, which I don't even know what that means. I think what they're referring to was that I was constantly asking YouTube itself what was going to happen to my old channel, considering that Tatiana and Kalimara's videos got put back up way quicker than mine's did. And I think they're also referring to the fact that I told them about what Lillee Jean was doing. I told them that Lillee Jean is abusing the copyright system, she's using you as a dollar store kazoo, please think about what you're doing. And here's the thing. If I was actually infringing upon copyright, I would keep my fucking mouth shut. But the thing is, these strikes that she put on both of my accounts, they're fraudulent. It's not just me, it's everybody. All of these strikes that they're issuing on people are fraudulent. They're not real. She's just taking down videos because she's sensitive to criticism. And then she'll try to say, oh, but these people are lying about me. They're trying to harass me. Blah, 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 blah. We're all talking about you, criticizing you. We're not harassing you. It's not cyberbullying. Grow a thicker layer of skin or get the fuck off of YouTube. It's that simple.
Get out. Get the fuck out of here. Get out. Get the fuck out of here. You get the fuck out of here. Get out. Get the fuck out. Bye. Bye. Bye! 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 Fuck that dude.
And the second explanation for why my channel got taken down was because I lied about my address on the legal forms. I used my old address instead of my new address at the time, as I've said multiple times in this video. And maybe I would understand that if the videos were infringing upon copyright, but they weren't. And also, this feels stupid considering I used the same old address to get the first video on this channel to be put back up, and the video was automatically reinstated.
I am so confused.
I feel like the reason why YouTube ultimately paid attention to Lillee's cries and not mine is because she's bigger than me. It's a well-known fact that the bigger you are on YouTube, the more favoritism you'll get. For the most part, it's just a shame that they had to listen to Lillee because she's not famous or successful in any way, shape, or form. But what can you do?
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Anyway, after the fourth and final video talking about Lillee and Laur, that's when I decided to close the book on the Lillee Jean Trueman story. I decided to not talk about them for years until this very moment. And for those fucking assholes that will say they only attack people who bother them first and continue to talk about them, I stopped talking about Lillee and Laur on April 11th of 2021, and the next thing you know, I got a copyright takedown notification on May 17th of the same year. And what do you know? It's my 21-minute video called The Truth of Lillee Jean Trueman.
Coincidence? I think not!
Even when people haven't talked about them for weeks on end, they're still trying to take down videos via copyright strike. And here's the thing, Lillee and Laur love to say that we're making statements, lies, and claims about them without proof. Well, guess what? When we try showing the proof and evidence that we have, you strike our videos down. So what the fuck?
Why? I did it because I wanted to.
Twiddly-diddly-dee. 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 Tweet. 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 Tweet.
Okay, I will flash my tweets on screen, and I won't lie, seeing these tweets is really fucking embarrassing to look back on. This is another example of me acting on emotion, and it's really not one of my best moments. The tweets are just me acting angry, getting pissed off at Karen and Karen 2.0, and yeah, as I said before, it's really not one of my best moments. I'll let them roll on for now. Also, when it comes to these two specific tweets, I made 2 pages on Lillee, mainly because I wanted to show some people what this piece of shit is like. It's basically me trying to start my own article on these two before Steve came along. So, the first page I did on Lillee Jean was on this terrible TV show's website that talked about terrible TV shows, episodes, as well as celebrities. The page was up there for a good couple of days, then she struck it down.
Saw it coming.
The next page I did was a Wikitubia page. Yeah, you guys thought it was Lillee Jean who made a page about herself? No, it was me. But here's the deal, when I first started the page, it was filled with truth and honesty, not lying bullshit. And here's the thing, when I made the page, my thought process was, on some YouTubers' Wikitubia pages, they bring up their history, their content, and also their scandals, which was what my thought process was. I thought if I made the page on Lillee Jean, then I would be able to show what a terrible piece of shit this person was. But no, she fucking got full control of the page and she filled it with lies. And even some people who are on the fandom website agreed that that page was terrible. And here's the deal, every time I tried talking about my experience on my own Wikitubia page, it would immediately get taken down because of one of the admins, Kirk Byrne, who was basically under Lillee Jean and Laur's thumb. And after multiple failed attempts and even getting blocked by the fandom website, I gave up altogether. And you know what, now that I've gotten older, I can see how I put myself in this situation by not being chill and just being hyper-aggressive. I can acknowledge that I should have handled things way better than I did all those years ago. I should have listened to Tatiana and Renu, and I should have kept my big mouth shut, honestly.
Not funny. Shut that.
A little bit longer than that.
The pages I made on Cronenberg 1 and 2 didn't help matters, especially since I inadvertently introduced them to a website that basically bended down to their every will. Well, used to.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! No! That is not happening right now! No!
I think if I stopped after my first Lillee Jean video, then I would still have my first YouTube channel. And if I hadn't interacted with them, then I wouldn't be the bumbling mess I was back in February of 2021. But part of me is like, even if I did all of those things, even if I stayed quiet, all of their bullying and harassment would have been in silence. So I was practically in a no-win situation, especially when it came to the counter notifications. If I gave them my real address at the time, they would have doxed me and my family. If I gave them a fake address, then YouTube would have gotten on my ass for it. And that's basically my story. I think it goes to show that Lillee and Laur were really aggressive with me, but I was pretty aggressive too because I didn't give a single shit back then. But there was still a part of me that was willing to work things out with them and play nice with them, even though I really shouldn't have because it's Lillee and Laur.
That is one big pile of shit.
These are the same women who dox, harass, and bully people for sport. These are the same women who bullied a 15-year-old who was having a mental breakdown. These are the same women who have said fucked up stuff on their podcasts. These are the same women that deplatform people for simply talking about them. This is the same woman whose mother didn't give a single fuck when I told her I was suicidal, and basically was like, good, you deserve to be suicidal for messing with the great Lillee Jean Trueman.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's like, even if I wanted to work it out with them, it's like Star Wars. They're too far gone in the dark side of the Force to work with them, to reason with them, to try to talk to them. And even if I did exactly what they wanted, which was to take down the videos talking about them, they still would have fucked me over in some way, shape, or form like they did with Tatiana. Now let's talk about the most recent things that have happened.
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
So after 3 long years of nobody talking about Lillee Jean anymore, an old contender stepped into the ring, and his name is Primink. He made a pretty great video talking about Lillee Jean again, giving us some updates on what this sad sack of shit has been doing with her life. And instead of actually trying to work hard to be famous or just getting a fucking job, she's still lying to herself. And what's worse is that she's giving us more cringe. You thought that her drawing, makeup, teeth, and cosplay was bad? Bro, she's trying to sing and act.
Why? Haven't you heard what they're saying about me? I'm a degenerate animal.
Hey. You said it, not me.
This is what a degenerate animal from Jersey does. Tell me why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? What am I supposed to be when you sink your teeth in me?
Anyway, Primink revealed in the same video that he's been harassed and stalked by Lillee and her mother for 4 whole years behind the scenes. And he shows in the same video that their tendencies and behaviors haven't changed a bit. Even when people are leaving them alone so they can do their own thing, Lillee Jean and her mother are still pieces of shit. It's like what the Butterholt said in her video.
Lillee Jean Trueman claimed she wanted people to leave her alone and stop talking about her public actions. And yet, when the majority of people who had been covering her bad behavior left to do other things, she continued to try to remove videos, even after YouTube repeatedly told her that they were fair use.
And guess what? They came out with the big guns because they not only doxed Curtis Price and his family, but they also struck down another YouTuber's video named Cleor. And when Cleor tried to get into contact with them, they responded back by saying that they don't talk to terrorists.
That's racist!
Well, I guess the racism part of my video still stands true. And about the article I mentioned earlier, yeah, they DMCA'd the article because her face was featured. And just like Callie's Discord, Primink's Discord got hit with a copyright infringement notice.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
I guess the old saying is true. Old habits die hard. But unlike last time where this went under the radar and nobody truly gave a shit, plenty of other YouTubers like Nicholas, Mudahar, and Turkey Tom are calling her out for her BS.
Well, me running.
And even YouTube itself said they're going to keep a closer eye on Lillee's strikes. And I gotta say, man, that is so cathartic to see. But part of me feels like this is going to be the Pollution Entertainment situation all over again. For those who don't know, this YouTuber was infamous for killing his pet cat. And while he didn't post the video on YouTube, he did send it to somebody through DMs. This started a domino effect where everybody was calling for YouTube to get his channel taken down. And it took them a whopping 2 years, if I remember correctly, before they eventually took his channel down. Now I need to say this, I'm not comparing Lillee and Laur to a cat killer, but my point still stands. But I'd argue that this is worse than Pollution Entertainment because at least he got taken down and he felt some remorse for what he did. These two are still going on YouTube and they feel no shred of remorse for what they've done. I don't know if they're actually going to keep an eye on her channel, but for now, all we have to do is wait and see. Okay, this is present Christian at the time of recording this to say that this part of my script has been outdated because YouTube is finally going to keep an eye on the copyright strikes issued by LilyPad and Boar. Thanks to Primic for giving us this information on his Twitter account. So yeah, I've been a little more flexible on showing her face in this video because if they strike it down, severe repercussions will bite them in the ass. Anyway, back to your scheduled programming. And once again, I have to say it's pretty nice to see everybody acknowledge Lillee Jean and Laur for the terrible assholes that they are. It's time that everybody saw you guys for the selfish, lying, racist, transphobic, psychotic, demented, manipulative, gaslighting, sick, twisted pieces of fucking garbage that you both are.
That's it, we're done.
And yeah, that's my story and my thoughts on the Lillee Jean situation. If you guys have your own personal experiences with this shark and her cock-a-doodle-doo sucking mother, tell me in the comment section below. And as for the people I've mentioned, go check out their videos talking about Lillee Jean because I feel like more people need to acknowledge their stories as well. It's good that they're bringing up what's happening to Primic, but other people were affected negatively by these two despicable pieces of gutter trash.
You're despicable.
If you guys want to talk about Lillee Jean, 3 things. 1, stay strong. 2, keep your distance away from her. And 3, don't show her face in your thumbnail because from my experience, that's the best way she can get your video taken down. And one more thing, I hope from my video that you guys will take the advice from me to never do what I did in this situation. Keep a cool head and keep your distance away from her. That's all I ask. And if you guys do that, if you plan on talking about Lillee Jean, that's all that really matters to me. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll catch you guys later.